a lot of people are kind of divided on this. A lot of people are saying that Dave is not really understanding what Katt is saying, and other people are saying, no, it's about time that people held Katt accountable for this, especially for going out and putting all black people on blast when we should be supporting each other. And this has been a long argument. Why are we always fighting each other in every form of entertainment? You know, it happens in hip hop. You know, we got reality TVs. We're going at each other and acting a fool. Now, why are we doing this in comedy where everybody's supposed to be having a good time? Oz, I'm going to ask you how you feel about this situation. Join me for a night of sit-down comedy over at the Broadway Comedy Club, March 15th. That's in New York, of course. We're going to be back in the Red Room. So, I don't know, 3 weeks and a million, 100 million views later, you know, something like that. I think it's like 50-something million views on YouTube. People are still talking about the Katt Williams, Shannon Sharpe interview on the Shay Shay Show. If you don't know anything about this interview, and I don't know how you don't, I mean, everybody's talking about this. People who don't even know Katt Williams. You know?
I'm saying, don't even know what a Katt Williams is.
Yeah. People they heard Katt Williams, they thought he was a country singer. People don't even know. People don't even know Katt Williams. You got 65-year-old white women talking about Katt Williams. Who is this Katt Williams? And what did he do? Yeah, this is the one where Katt Williams came in and just exposed a lot of business of a lot of people. Mainly comedians out there, but also talked a lot about the entertainment industry. And as much as we're not surprised by what Hollywood says and does, somehow Katt Williams made it sound interesting and made it sound shocking. if he was telling the truth. After all, We're talking about a guy who read about 800 books a year at the age of 7. So
3,000 or something.
3,000. 2,000 books a year at the age of 5.
Three.
I'm sorry. 3.
Don't forget the extra G, player.
I mean, shit, to do that, you had to have read some books up in the vagina before you came out, man. You had to get a head start.
Goddamn vagina chronicles.
Yeah, that baby came out with a book. You know? Everybody's had their opinions about this, especially the people that were targeted by Katt Williams. You know, people like Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer, a few other folks out there, man. Ricky Smiley, Ice Cube, you know, and anybody who had any kind of interaction, good or bad, with Katt Williams came out and kind of said a little something about this interview right here.
You can't forget about Ludacris.
And Ludacris wrote a song and made a video. Old Katt over here, man. Yeah, exactly. Old Luda came out and had something to say because Katt Williams was talking about all these people. Now, one of the people that I believe, I don't know, the interview was like almost 3 hours, and I can't remember if he talked about Dave Chappelle or not, but if he did, I think he talked about him favorably.
He started to, but then it turned into something else because he was going to go into the reason why Dave Chappelle left again. But he didn't. But he didn't get into it. He got sidetracked. Shannon Sharpe said something and threw him off. I was like, oh man, shut up, Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah, that's the part where Shannon Sharpe came in and said, come on, Katt. Come on, Katt.
Come on, Katt.
Oh, you ain't Katt.
Like, be quiet, Shay.
Yeah, those deep journalistic questions. Come on, Katt. I like Shannon Sharpe, man. So I'm not trying to, throw no shade at him or anything.
That's what he was doing, though. That's what he's doing, though. Come on now. No, we can't. No. Come on, Katt. You can't. Come on.
Yeah, that's what they should call that. They should name that episode of that show, man. Come on, Katt. But I think he has respect for Dave Chappelle, and Dave Chappelle has respect for him. But Dave Chappelle, he did think that Katt Williams was out of line for a certain thing. And that's because he felt like Katt Williams was mostly talking about, or completely talking about, black comedians. And he thought that was not something to do because we, a lot of people make these arguments, no surprise, we need to support each other. Everybody's trying to be on the come up,
Right.
Why are you messing with these guys and their careers by doing this? And he's saying, why are you doing this? to black people. Now, Oz, have you heard this?
Yeah, I heard some of it.
Okay. So I'm gonna play this unedited for the people out there. And I have to say, when you hear this, there's only one source that I found that I could get this from. And believe me, you're gonna know it because the person's gonna keep saying it through the whole thing. It's almost like when you download a sample of a song and or a piece of audio and it has like the name of the company that keeps repeating so you can't steal the audio.
Right. That's what he's doing.
Pond 5 audio. Something like that. Yeah. So this dude it's like a mixtape or something. So this dude is saying the name of his show throughout the whole thing. So, just something you got to deal with. I guess it's okay. He gave it to us. And also, there's a lot of choice language in here, which no surprise, we do the same thing, but just letting you know, just in case. So this is what Dave Chappelle had to say about Katt Williams and his comments about all these comedians that he was talking about.
We didn't do nothing wrong. Katt didn't do nothing wrong.
And Wreck TV.
I'm gonna bring
He's got people so divided in the audience that people even coming up on stage. Hey, come on, Dave, man, that ain't right. So, yeah. So again, are you able to see this? By the way, you see?
Yeah.
Okay.
It froze a little bit.
If I told my story, it would break your heart. I lost everything.
He does an annual thing, and Dave Chappelle came down and performed. So that's the comedian who actually hosted this whole event, going up on stage. It's not like a random dude, just like a big Katt Williams fan came out from the audience. It's like, hey, you can't talk to Katt like that. That's the host. And I don't know if the host is objecting to what Dave Chappelle is saying, but as you can hear, the audience is kind of like, whoa, hold on now, Dave, wait a minute.
And Wreck TV.
But, because all of us are trying to be in a better situation. Can we get over it?
So there you go. That's how Dave feels about the situation. A lot of people are kind of divided on this. A lot of people are saying that Dave is not really understanding what Katt is saying, and other people are saying, no, it's about time that people held Katt accountable for this, especially for going out and putting all black people on blast when we should be supporting each other. And this has been a long argument. Why are we always fighting each other in every form of entertainment? It happens in hip hop. We got reality TVs. We're going at each other and acting a fool. Now, why are we doing this in comedy where everybody's supposed to be having a good time? Oz, I'm going to ask you how you feel about this situation.
Well, again, it's one of those things where it's a misconception just because you're a comedian, you're supposed to be happy all the time. You know what I mean? It's just like everything else, right? They got their lives, they got their feelings and all this stuff as well. They got their inner workings in that comedy world as well. From what I understand is that the only reason why Katt Williams came at a lot of these people, or at least, the main three, the kings of comedy, was because he was on that Shannon. They were all of them were on that Shannon Sharpe show. I guess they were telling some sort of falsehood, whether it was on him or just in general. And, he felt like he needed to come to clarify a lot of that stuff up, and have the back of the late Bernie Mac for whatever reason he felt he needed to do that.
Yeah.
Me personally, I feel like when it's all said and done, Katt Williams just gave everybody a new platform and a new life right now. I did. You know what I mean? Because I see now I'm seeing ticket sales for Faison Love. I'm seeing tickets for like Cedric Entertainer popping up now. Yeah, you're seeing all these things. So no matter what's happening, he has given all of these comedians a new shelf life now. Whether you're looking at them to look up what Cedric Entertainer stole, or what Steve Harvey has to say, or you're waiting for the next stand-up from somebody else. He gave comedy a boost, I think, by doing this, because everybody wants to hear, okay, what is this comedian going to say about this person? Or what are they going to say about Katt? What are they going to say about Katt? You know what I mean? Katt's show is sold out already, I believe.
Man, his show was selling slow here in Austin. I mean, it was selling. Don't get me wrong. Katt sells. He sells shows, man. So don't think I'm talking trash about him. No, Katt sells shows, but the speed of the ticket sales, they sold out the next day after this interview right here.
Yeah. So
here in Austin,
So again, he's given life to a lot, and whoever he talked about, he gave some life to. whether it was, hate watching or just like, ooh watching, these people are now becoming relevant again. Everybody wants to hear what this next person has to say.
Yep. So
good or bad, I think, Katt Williams, did a service to the comedy world by doing this.
He did, man.
Right. I think that's what I think happens. And, again, as comedians, you're going to take this material and turn it to your advantage somehow. If you're a good comedian anyway. Yeah.
If you're a good comedian, you're a smart business person.
Yeah, exactly. So, Dave Chappelle saying, why he going after all black people? I don't know about that. Again, it was a case where he came after people that came after his friend or came after him somehow. There's people that caught the strays like Tiffany Haddish and, Kevin Hart and whoever else. I don't know why they got the strays, but
because they've been beefing for years. That's why.
Right. Well, there it is. So I guess he took it as a shot to say, and another thing, and this person over here. What I mean? He took it as a platform for him to get whatever else was off on his chest out. Right. Yep. Because everybody else came on Shay show and was able to talk how they wanted to talk.
Yeah.
So,
no, you
so
right,
that's
man.
what I thought.
I got a thing about Dave Chappelle, in his stand up today. And you and I were talking about this because I think Dave Chappelle's hilarious. I saw him live recently. I thought the show was funny. I mean, it was one of his best. No, but I mean, it was up there. One of his best is going to be better than most people. One of his shows that is not the best is going to be better than a lot of shows out there.
Right.
But still, though, Dave Chappelle, for me, he's doing this thing now where he's just kind of complaining and getting on stage and ranting, and I don't think he has all the facts all the time. And that's why I'm saying, with this particular thing right here, I'm with you, Oz. I don't think this was completely a black thing. No. He called out people that were on this show, and he called out people that he felt slighted him. And I would say this too, before even going to that. I'm not sitting up here defending Katt 100%. Maybe I am. Because let me just say, I probably wouldn't have done what Katt would, and that's why Katt Williams is Katt Williams. Because nobody would actually go out there and be that bold like he is.
Yeah.
I know somebody. I'm probably not one to talk because I blow up on air all the time. But I don't know. Nobody knows what's in his mind and what's going on. He's speaking his piece. Like I said, I don't know if I go out there and use some of the language that he showed because I don't know. Just me, I think about professionalism and burning bridges, and I don't know. It's just sometimes I just don't want to talk down on people like that. Like I don't know if I would have used words like this with people.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
No, Katt, come on.
Come on, Katt.
Come on, Katt. No, Katt. I like losers too, Katt. But
I like everybody, Katt. Come on now.
But man, I think that, if Katt Williams feels like somebody stole his joke, I mean, what comedian would not want to go out and call somebody out on that? Maybe you won't be bold enough. Maybe you won't have the same platform, but Katt Williams did, and Katt Williams is bold enough to go out and do it if he felt like you directly stole from him.
How it don't line up that I did it on TV in 2018? You came to see me at the Comedy Store do it in 2019, and then did it on the Kings of Comedy. Like, what doesn't line up?
Somebody said comedians steal jokes all the time. All right, be a comedian and steal somebody's joke and get caught. And see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, just because it happens doesn't mean it should happen.
Don't make it right. Yeah. Believe me, just because you go by that mentality, comedians steal jokes all the time. Steal a joke and see, and maybe you'll get by, but you better not hope you get caught for it. Don't put your ass on blast for that.
Put your ass on blast.
Yeah, put your ass on blast. He also called out now we're talking about he's against black comedians. As you already said it. Let's not forget, and let's point out the fact that in that very interview, he was doing a lot of this in defense of some black comedians, mainly Bernie Mac. I mean, he didn't see this as a black thing. He saw it as something like, where's the credibility in this? Where's the respect? He felt like he didn't want to do the Kings of Comedy tour, which he said he was invited on. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but he said he was invited on it and he quit because he felt like the rest of everybody was, they were disrespecting Bernie Mac.
They came to me. I was supposed to be the fourth king. I got the offer. Then what happened? But I turned it down.
Why?
Because you shit on Bernie.
He's defending not only Cedric the Entertainer, but also D.L. Hughley and people later in the interview, people pointed out in the chat, he was defending Mr. Cooper, Mark Curry.
Yeah, Mark Curry, yeah.
He was all up on Mark Curry, man, talking about how, Mark Curry helped him write jokes.
Helped him write jokes, yeah.
He defended it, and it's not a black thing. He felt like Steve Harvey stole from Mark Kirby. His show, his concept for his show. 2 or 3 years after it was done, he defended him. So this is not a black on black thing. This is like, listen, I don't think that just because, race is involved or we're the same race, we can't call people out on bullshit. You know what I mean?
Right. Again, I mean, somebody else had that same argument that Dave Chappelle said. I think it was another comedian. What's his name? Oh, man. Ari Spears. That was his whole thing. He was talking about, why we got to tear each other down? Why can't we lift each other up? Whatever. And then he breaks off and talks about, what's her name? Oh, Taraji Henson?
Taraji P. Henson?
Taraji, yeah, how, she's not getting, what she's worth as an actress to get paid. How can we get together and make sure she gets paid? I'm like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Everybody's tirade is weird when it comes to this thing.
And meanwhile, his black ass didn't want to give me a proper interview. Another brother. I don't want to hear nothing about Ari Spears. Don't bring up Ari Spears around me. I went on an hour-long rant longer than the time I talked to Ari Spears, man. So he did mention white comedians. He actually talked trash. I mean, he didn't go. He didn't talk that long about these other comedians that are not black because he don't run in their circles. He was talking about people he was affiliated with. He has a connection and relationship with these people or some past association with these people. That's why he was talking about it. He wasn't coming out talking about, I'm just going to break it down. It wasn't what he was doing at all, man.
Exactly.
Dave was really kind of wrong on this, man. My man, he went over here and talked about Joe Rogan. And he talked about Joe Rogan. I didn't even have him been on his show. He said, Joe don't want me on his show. Got a little clip right here. Ignore George Costanza in the corner. It's the only clip I can find right here.
How about to say, I remember this part of it.
I don't remember George being there.
He look into it too.
Yeah, can't go do that. I hope you don't call my name. But my man just chilling. This is a good interview. I'm be here all day. He got crumbs on his chest. But yeah, here he is talking about Joe Rogan.
A comedian that cuss. Joe don't want me on there. I need to be on Shannon. Joe got 6 comedians that never been funny. He want to push out.
So he even he threw a little shade at Joe Rogan. Yeah. So I don't think it's I think Dave is kind of he's
misspoke.
He misspoke. Yeah, he's misspoke a little bit here when it comes to Katt Williams. And finally, I played this clip when we were talking about the interview when it came out, but let's not forget that there are comedians out there who they can testify that personally, that Katt Williams, he supports comedians all the time. A lot of black comedians. He supports, and he supports it humbly. He gives them money, lets them know they're doing a great job, puts them on. But sometimes he'll just be at a show and he'll just give you money just for doing a good, having a good set. He'll give you $1,000 just for having a good set, and won't even tell you that he gave it to you. Deion Cole was one of those people that he did have a good set one night, and Katt Williams sent one of his assistants and said, hey, reward this man.
Some girl came and put something in my hand and said, good set, but I didn't see her. He gave me $1,000. He did that to me then.
So, I'm not saying that Katt is the only one that does it, but he does support. You can't say that it's just, that he's going out and trying to bring black comedians down. Katt is just doing what he does. He's just being honest. He says, I never sold my soul to the business, never sold my soul to Hollywood. I am who I am, and I'm just calling people out that I think need to be called out. Now, whether he should do it or not, that's another thing. But I don't think there's an argument to be made for that, sure. But I don't think it's a black thing,
No, I don't think so. But what Deion Cole described is like a goddamn horror movie, sounds like.
He looks scared.
I looked down, it was $1,000 in my hand. And I looked around, I didn't know who it was. Yeah. And a month later, somebody had the same story.
Yeah. Shit, if you don't give that $1,000 away in 7 days, Katt Williams crawls out of your TV. Hey, man. You spend that money yet, man?
I need that back, player.
He was worried. Look, when you say like a horror movie,
like a horror movie, man. The way he explained it, I was like, Jesus.
Shit, Katt Williams is small enough to fit in your TV. So yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, I ain't trying to hate on Dave either, but I think, like I said, it's just been my opinion that Dave has just been ranting a lot lately, and I was just like, man, I'm not saying that you have to be, like I said, you don't have to be happy all the time, but when you're doing your show, I don't know.
It'd be nice to be happy you tell a joke, but you're right though. Dave Chappelle, at least in my opinion, he's changed his, I guess, comedic style. Because before he was like hitting you with jokes, but now he's more hitting you with slice of life, personal stories of him with kind of jokes peppered in. So he's telling a lot of stories now, engaging stories. So it's not so much comedy per se, but more of his interactions and dealings with the comedic twist to it.
Yeah, which I like. I like stories, man. Sometimes I prefer stories instead of jokes,
Right. Yeah, me too. I mean, I still enjoy old Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I'm just saying,
Yeah. I'm just saying. Stop being so goddamn angry, that's all.
Yeah. Cool out, man. It's all right.
Calm your ass down.
God damn, more money you get, the angry you get, man. Come on.
Yes, man. Kids trying to take that from you too. Your soul, I guess. Yeah. I did like that interview, man. It's still one of my favorite interviews to watch. And I think it's, it speaks to different people. You get out of it what you want to get out of it. If you like the conspiracy shit, that's all there for you.
Yeah.
If you like the messy shit he's talking about, that's there for you too.
Yeah, no, I love that interview too, man. I love hearing Katt Williams talk too, man. It was an amazing interview. It was an amazing interview.
Yeah.
It was like watching it wasn't watching an interview, it was like watching him perform a set himself, man. I'll tell you something else about Dave, man. Dave, one of the things that bother me with Dave Chappelle right now, like I feel like somebody mentioned in the chat, I think there's like some weird conservative side that's creeping up on him. He's hanging out with Elon Musk. Elon Musk that dude's been proven to be a racist over and over again. I'm sorry if you can sit up here and gloss over that all you want to, y'all. Saying, no, the man's just speaking his mind. I was like, yeah, and he's speaking a lot of racist shit. He's kind of sliding it in a little bit, but man, come on.
Yeah, dog whistling, definitely with that. Yeah, I don't know what that's about with old Dave Chappelle, what he got going on or who he's hanging with. You know what I mean? But the combinations of people he's hanging with, hang with you hang with. But optically, I'm like, that's a little weird. But hey, I guess y'all got something in common. I don't know.
Well, if you're gonna talk about supporting black people and talk about empowering black people, then you hanging around this dude who's saying obvious racist shit. He's like, it's not. Listen, this ain't no conspiracy thing with Elon Musk, man. He's putting it out there. Like, Elon Musk is putting crazy things out there. When, I forgot what airline it was for, but the airplane door, it malfunctioned and opened. And thank God nobody was blowing out the airplane. But immediately these right-wing nuts got online and started saying, see what happens when you have diversity and inclusiveness and all these political moves are forcing upon us. And they're saying, and that's what they were saying. They were saying they had uneducated brown and black people working at these companies, and that's why this door flew off.
No, really?
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's been so many disasters, and with so many cars and planes and everything else in between. So before all of that, when hardly any diversity was going on with that.
Yeah, what was happening there?
What was happening with that? Out of here, man. Yeah, and Elon Musk, you kind of agree with that. So Dave Chappelle, if you want to know the truth of me, Dave Chappelle, now that I'm really kind of wired about it and thinking about it, he don't need to be saying shit about Katt Williams and talking about black people when you hanging around with a guy who's saying racist shit and calling us pretty much ignorant. And the only reason why he's not saying anything about you is because you're one of the funny ones and you got money.
Not even the good ones, one of the funny ones.
Yeah. You're not even good. No, you one of the funny ones. You entertain me, so you good for something. I would never hire you at Tesla, but you make me laugh there.
You make you like keep it up.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit, man. Get out of here with that. No, I'm thinking about it. It's kind of hypocritical for him to come out and talk about Katt Williams. Anyway, I'm going off.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah.
Not this time, Dave. Oh, real quick, that in that crazy Katt Williams thing, he talked about how if you go to their plan to give you a weird, light-skinned, weird-faced woman. Yeah. Now, there was a picture on online, of course, and it had 7 people with descriptions, that had these women with them. Have you seen it?
Somebody put that up. I have not. I have not seen that.
I will send it to you. If you want to show it later, you can.
Can you send it to me now?
I'll send it to you now. Yeah.
I mean, since we on the subject, I want to please.
Find it. Please. Or the chat may find it before me.
So the Illuminati is real.
Hey, I don't know. That was.
Oh, there it is. I knew Skull was going to find it.
Yeah, Skull got it first. Okay.
The moment you mentioned it, Skull found it, man.
Yeah, that's it. Way faster than me.
Yeah, man. The moment you said, "Have you seen?" He was on it. Let me see here. Yeah. Let me go and pull it up. I just copied it over. Hold on.
All right. Thank you, Skull.
Yeah, Skull's on it, man. Always and forever. Let me see. Let me sign my makusa. Let me see. Here it is.
I'm gonna say it one time. I'm not gonna stop.
I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm not gonna stop. Well, that's that's not one of my proudest moments, man.
That's all I hear now. Cracks me up every time.
Well, damn. There it is.
If you believe in that sort of stuff,
okay,
it is.
You know what? I'm gonna say I don't. It's just a lot of brothers like light-skinned women. You know that.
Listen, that's a thing.
They didn't want to get criticized for getting a white woman, so they chose the lightest black woman they could find.
Yep.
I think that's just something black dudes do, man. They just find light-skinned women. I'm not ready to believe in the Illuminati yet.
Yeah,
not just yet. Not just yet. I never doubt anything, but I'm not ready to go down that rabbit hole just yet.
Yeah, I can never prove anything. So the truth is out there somewhere. Now, I ain't gonna find it, but it's out there.
That chicken wing. What you saying, man? What you saying? Thought Dave went full mask off already when he called the audience poor for booing Elon Musk on stage. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. There it is. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. You should always be wary of any name that sounds like it can come out of a George Orwell book. And let me see here. That's Elon Musk and Ben Shapiro. They discussed the dangers of DEI. Man, y'all can say what you want to, man. I mean, goddamn, the evidence is there. Elon Musk, man, the dude's racist. I mean, he's putting out all this ignorance out there. He's always about that replacement theory shit. He's against diversity. He's not against it because of any other reason other than he thinks we're not smart enough to do anything, and we're prone to violence and crime and poverty. We're just not up on the level. If you put us in too many positions, we're going to bring it down. And plus he's from South Africa. What more do you need?
True.
I'm not. You can sit up here and call me unfair, or no, that's not Elon. He's just speaking his mouth. Whatever, man. I know what I see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Truth is out there.
Yeah. That's some truth for your ass right there. The hell with the Illuminati. Illuminati, y'all be worried about that. We got the richest man in the world, or one of the richest people in the world, going out there openly saying racist shit, and we just like, cool. Come on, y'all. Cool. Shit right in front of your face. You believing in some goddamn make-believe cabal over here. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all.